You just talked about some of those variables, how are they going to come in conditioning-wise, but could this be the best depth, the best position this defensive line's been in since you've been back here?
I definitely, right now, we definitely have numbers, and we've got some really, quality young men. But, just like in the meeting yesterday, there's just, room every day for improvement. And that's the thing that, you need to make sure that they have a sense of urgency, that we need to get better today. It's not like we have time tomorrow. You look at it right now, we've got today, Saturday's a scrimmage, and then we got 2 days next week, and then you got spring game, and then you got the practice after. So you really got 5 real practices left. So it's going by like that, and we just got to continue to improve on with those numbers and make sure that it's a quality depth.
Talk about the guys you got back and how they done this spring, the old guys.
Is there someone in particular?
No, Devereaux and Mont and Dontavius, all those guys.
Well, I think the guys, for the most part, they've, I know for a fact they've had a great attitude. They've been great to work with. I mean, that part is, has been really enjoyable. I think the guys that have been here 3, years, I think they know what to expect now. So it's been good to work with them. But I still think, there's just so many things, schematically that we got to do to get better. And I felt like, the scrimmage Saturday for first scrimmage was really good. It was a good eye opener to keep them grounded. They've been coming out, for the most part, had a very, dominant spring, and then to come out there and we had some struggles, Saturday from a defensive, standpoint, and not bad. We did a lot of good things, but we did some things we hadn't done thus far in the spring. We gave up big plays, and I think we gave up about 5 big plays with the ones, about 3 or 4 big plays with the Blues. So, for those guys to see that, you have to have that edge every single day. You got to bring your A game every single day. You must stay grounded. I just think that's really good for them to get that eye opener that, hey, I don't care who you're going against. You have to learn and bring that mindset. I'm going to respect everyone but fear no one. And I've got to bring my A game every time I go out there to play.
You all of a sudden find yourself the veteran on the defensive staff. What's it been like, all these new guys, and what challenges are there just in adjusting to each other when it's all new guys like that?
Well, it's the second time for me where it's been all new guys. But the thing is, we've been blessed to have good guys. With every staff that I've worked on here, with Coach Johnson and Cheese and Melvin, those were great guys. Last year, with Will and Lance and T-Rob were great guys. Now, we transition. We got Coach McGriff and Steele, and Trav was, he was a young coach in the entry level, and just to see him have the opportunity now to be a full-time coach, it's been very rewarding. The good thing about it, we got good guys, we got good staff chemistry. I really like Coach Steele. I've known about Coach Steele a long time. Just goes back to my days at Tennessee with Chief and Chavis and them. He and Coach Chavis are best friends. So, he talked about Kevin Steele all the time. I've run into him every now and then on the road, but I've never had an opportunity to work with him. Same thing with Crime. I knew him just on the road recruiting and all that. Always admired his work. Just never had an opportunity to work with him. And then, being here with Travis, I always thought that he was a gem. He just needed an opportunity, and I thought he was going to be one of the up-and-comers in this league.
You got the young guys. You got out there now. Have they talked about their progress?
Yeah, we got 3 mid-year enrollees on the defensive line, and Marlon Davison, Paul James, and Antoine Jackson.
Right.
Paul was hurt. He had surgery when he first came here, so he's only actually practiced like 4 times. And maybe 3. This may be number 4 today. I think he's got a chance to have an impact and help our team. Marlon, he continues to get better every day. I think he has a very bright future. I think Antoine Jackson has a bright future. So I think it's good that those guys were able to come in and they actually. Antoine and Marlon practiced, a couple times for the bowl, because when they enrolled in January, they actually got to go through practice prior to us going to Birmingham, which I thought that was good for them. And then just to go through the winter workout program and all that. So it's been a little bit more of a shock for Paul, because he didn't go through winter workout because of the surgery, and then he's only had the limited practice since we came back from spring break. But I think it's been great. I think they've earned the respect of the teammates. I think they've gotten some guys' attention, and I definitely think having quality depth and competition is good for everybody.
How's Byron done this spring?
Byron is working. He's working harder, and he's adjusting, and he's going through. He's going to be okay.
Last year I think a lot of folks just expected Byron to come in. Number 1 recruit in the country. And I know you want to make sure they do the work before they get any praise. But was it tough for him, you think, to kind of adjust to what you wanted from him?
I think it was tough for Byron to adjust what Byron wanted from him. Everybody sits there and say, "Well, I want it from him." The one thing about it, when you sit there and you watch film, the film don't lie. And I think Byron will be the first one to tell you that it was an adjustment. It was a major adjustment. Like I said before you came over here, they're not playing against 190-pound offensive linemen anymore. Those days are over. You're playing against 300-pounders that are big, powerful, explosive guys, and they want to break your neck every single time that ball turns over. So it has been, I think he's adapting. I think he's getting better. I think he's learning about competition and competing. Everybody would love to go out there and just be dominant. We all would. Me right now, I love to go out there and just run around people and just be dominant, but it doesn't work that way. It is, the adjustment on the line of scrimmage in this conference is hard. It's very, very hard. That is a difficult thing. And I just think, sometimes these recruiting services and all this, you guys build them up so big, and the fans come in, they got all these expectations, and you have no idea what it takes to play. 0. And those kids, they have to come in and get to the realization, you know what, I got to go out here and compete and practice.
Yeah.
And I got to perform in practice. I don't care about them stars. Nobody can care about a star. You think that guy's lined up across from him care that you ranked him with 5 stars? It probably motivates him more to want to beat his butt.
That's right.
So that's the thing. But I think he's going to be fine. It's just it's a growing process. It's maturing. It's just competing. It's not now just being able to rely on just sheer ability. You got to have some fundamentals. You got to have some technique. To be successful on a consistent basis. And you're going to have some good days, you're going to have some bad days. You got to learn how to put the bad plays behind, move on to the next play, and don't let one bad play turn into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you got one bad day turning into 2 bad days, turning into 3 bad days, turning into 4 bad days. And now, it's just, it's bad. And everybody's like, what happened to Byron? Byron going to be fine.
Is that what happened to him? That he kind of let maybe a bad practice?
He's going to be fine. I'm just sitting there saying, they have to guard against all this pressure that everybody has placed on them that they got to come in and be an instant success. Some guys adjust quicker than others, but that doesn't mean that doesn't equate to success or failure. I don't think. I mean, you know, this guy may be able to come in and in year one live up to some of those expectations. This guy may not live up to those expectations to year 2, year 3. Okay, but that doesn't equate to whether he's successful or not.
Is Devereaux continued where he picked? Kind of seemed like he really got it going late last season. Is he kind of?
Devereaux's biggest thing, he has to guard against. You know what? I mean, he has to work every day. All right? I mean, that's just the thing. Just making sure that he stays with that edge. I mean, that you know, that he doesn't become lackadaisical. Okay, that you know, that he understands that, you know, I've got to bring my A game every day. He is a tremendously talented young man. I mean, that has to focus though. And they all do. And you know, that's the thing. You know, he has a skill set that he can really help this football team. That he's a disruptive force. But when he focuses, you know, like I was just telling him last night, he just has to focus every day and remove all the clutter, all that stuff. You know, he talking to the media about it. He don't even need to talk to me. We need to put him off limits to everybody. He needs to just focus on going out there to work every day and just getting better. Really, I mean, that's really what he needs to do.
Rodney,